Welcome to West Carter Middle School, where children meet success. Meet our new assistant principal, Chuck Clark. We are excited to introduce our new staff members. Welcome Mrs. Green, Mrs. Bledsoe, Miss Roman, Mrs. Floyd, Mrs. Ham, and Mr. Shelton.
Our K-Prep score growth was a great 63.4. There were 11 current 8th graders that scored distinguished in all areas. This year we have introduced a new reading program, Reading Plus, to improve our students' reading scores. We are also happy to use the Alex Math program for Kagan's strategies are also incorporated into lessons to help us learn. We allow students to engage with each other by setting them with a face partner. This allows them to interact with one another. Students developed a movie poster to advertise their book reading in class and a website to develop technology skills. In Miss Weddington's math class, students used real-life expressions, figured the total cost out of CDs ordered. Mr. Bay's world history class has been doing cave art, while Miss Swin's art class has been doing hieroglyphics. Here we have fun with art. In Miss Ham's class, students partake in making creative songs by writing lyrics. In 8th grade, we are making art with georeflectors. We also turned Mr. Rayburn's classroom floor into a coordinate grid to practice transformations. Math and music class. We also use abstract art in math class. Guest speaker Alex Kane takes time out of his work with students on math concepts. Alex Kane also talks to students about the importance of education and its impacts on students' futures. We also take the concepts we learn in math to create pictures with the pattern. Summative assessments are always black and white. Miss Kane's algebra class does window projects to assess what they learned about transformations. Teachers give students a voice about their work and how they feel about certain projects. We give rubrics so we know what is expected of us. Miss Weddington had us create an ad to connect our math to the real world. We are given many opportunities throughout the year to reflect and evaluate our
Alexandra Nip is a West Carter High School graduate and a student at Western Kentucky University. She created a video in Arabic for Mrs. Lyles. Her class was reading a novel which the protagonist was learning Arabic in his school. This was really cool. The Youth Service Center organizes a reality store. 8th graders get to experience adulthood for a day. It was fun working with all the community volunteers. However, I don't think I'm ready for all those responsibilities. Mrs. Ralph's class researched a topic of their choice to create a Prezi. Graphic organizers were used to take note, and we used MLK format to cite our work. Every year we have a Red Ribbon Week. We learn a lot about drugs and take a stand saying no to drugs. Let's take a look at some of the fun we had during Spirit Week. Mr. Tomalonis and Mr. Clark participated in the activities. Mrs. Lyles and Miss Kane were twinning on Twin Day. We had a lot of fun. Teachers ensure we are safe all the time. It's great having teachers involved in what we do. Mr. Witt and Mrs. Rayburn are ready to get a pie in the face. We take educational field trips throughout the year. Salado is filled with a variety of science adventures. Blue Licks gives us an opportunity to see how our ancestors lived. We get to shoot bows, throw and learn about the Battle of Blue Licks. Every year we like to honor our veterans. Mr. Hilton leads the band in the performance. Mrs. Ham leads the choir, all together to honor and celebrate our veterans. Thank you to those who came out to our homecoming parade. Miss Roman takes a special interest in her class. She gives them opportunities they might never have had. She took her class to Carter Caves. Travis had never waded in the water before. He loved it. Miss Roman uses instructional videos to get her students up and moving. They say the pledge every day. Peer Pals likes to work with these special students. Here at West Carter Middle School, we have many reasons to celebrate.
Josh Weddington and Abby Burchett were distinguished in all content areas tested. Look at all the other students scoring distinguished in at least one area this year. Harley Middleton and Rickalyn Rayburn were winners of the Grayson Gallery Anti-Drug Contest. Look at our first 9 weeks Principal Pride recipients. This is the winning postcard from Mrs. Floyd's Postcard Contest. KYA made a visit to Frankfurt. Chesney Burchett and Isaac Bond received awards for an outstanding bill. Anna Claire, Zara, and Alexis had their bill passed into law. Allie Stone was voted Outstanding Delegate. The 7th and 8th grade Lady Comets were champions at the 2015 Ohio Valley Conference Tournament. Josh and Jade made middle school all-district band, while 8 other members made the Morehead State University Middle School Honor Band. Mrs. Lyles is very involved with getting students into reading. Nellie Middleton is the Carter County Public Library Director. During open house, she shared with the community about available services. The book club took a stand and showed their support for banned books. They also visited local libraries and made monster bookmarks. Mrs. Lyles took the group to the Kentucky State Book Fair. These students met and talked to published authors and had their books autographed. They were able to have an answer question session with some of the authors. Kane's Cuties celebrated Becca's birthday on Club Day. Halloween is always fun. We have a costume walk, a dance, and teachers get involved too. Youth Service Center and Miss Stephanie works with our Champions Against Drugs. Thank you for visiting West Carter Middle School. It's time to rock and roll.